Hey folks, welcome to the Almond Landscape YouTube channel. In this video we're talking about Rancho Amano home patio here and some mistakes and positives, I suppose, to my landscape design of my home patio that's been in the ground for 8+ years now, I think. So here we are, we're gonna go through things I love about my patio, things I wish I'd have designed different, things we do different now maybe, and all that. So here we go. So here we are, we're on the home patio, and a couple caveats right out the gate. What? The boss is here. After the shop build last year, which consumed my entire life for a year, and now here we are mid-season, August 2023, the home front has been neglected pretty bad over the shop build from last year. I wasn't home at all pretty much the whole year, and I haven't been home much this year either, frankly, so the place is lacking in care. So we're going to show you a few of those things. So just a few caveats right there. So that being said, welcome to Rancho Amano, redneck capital of the world, and I want to show you a few things here. So first thing, when we talk to clients about our patios, a clean patio is a godly patio. So one of the things that I tell clients, one of the most important things about paver spaces is keeping that patio clean. One of the best maintenance things you can do with a patio is keeping that surface clean and keeping it free of, you know, dirt and debris, ash that my 5-year-old here dug out of the fire pit for me, clean us out, but never went and dumped the bucket. That's okay. But dirt and grime and stuff like that, because when that gets wet, it just essentially, like, look at this, it just bakes into the pavers themselves. It really makes me realize how bad this place looks right now. My gosh, it's embarrassing, actually. We got a cookout at the end of the month, so we really have to clean the place up. But that moisture, say you get a light sprinkle of rain on that dirt and stuff, it just binds it into those pavers. So if you can keep things clean, which we're going to go through here and blow this off with our lovely trusted Echo backpack blower. Here we go. We're going to blow the patio off, and that's one of the first steps to really keeping a good patio in good shape. Now it's in video, I realize how dirty and gross my patio is, so forgive me folks. We'll put up a video of this place dolled up and cleaned up. But here's a few things. So, and it's funny, like, again, my son cleaned out the fire pit for us and got ash everywhere. It didn't look, yeah, whatever. Anyways, kids are awesome. So, a few things that as I walk into and enter the patio, this is design principles, and this is kind of a design mistake of mine, but as I walk up to my patio, I love how wide this area is. This is 8 feet wide. Awesome entry. Imagine if this was only 4 feet wide, tucked against the house. It would feel very cramped, right, entering onto the patio. You know, you would be better off in this case to at least have, if it was only 4 feet, more centered, so you had a, you know, more open plane of entry, you know, to it, as opposed to being crammed against the side of the house, right? So big and wide, I love that. The thing I don't love is I brought this angle in too aggressively, and I wish I would have kind of bubbled that out a little bit and then swept it in. So this feels like more of a greeting, more of a more greeting landing, if you will. Because this area, if you step here, it feels a little cramped. It just feels constricted, right? Like, and that part of this, the good thing is it's pushing you this way, right? Which is the way out to the main patio. That's a big deal. We built this again 8 years ago. The circle thing was really popular then, and these pavers are actually no longer a thing. These are made by Oberfields back in the day, and these are called Bellhaven. Actually, I really like these pavers. They're cool. So a few things. We have these great big mature oak trees facing south. What's up south? And what we didn't want to do was lose these trees. Again, we're facing south. And at the time, the way we value trees is I asked clients, what would I have to pay you to cut these trees down? Side note, got new windows in the summer before last. I haven't got around putting trim in around them. Yeah, I should just hire it done. Yeah, okay. So that's what that's about, temporary redneck waterproofing. I know, it's embarrassing. Anyways, but we wanted to protect these trees. So there was already a patio here. It was just an old flagstone patio. So these trees were used to some strain and stress of compaction and stuff like that. But when we put the patios in, we came across, of course, these huge feeder roots, and you can see it over here. And this paver, you know, this root here coming down. And the trees are worth more to me than the pavers are potentially humping, because I want this patio, I want these trees for this wonderful shade. They're so wonderful. I need to do some trimming on them, but whatever. But we knew these would hump up and, you know, hump the pavers up. That's okay. I want the trees to be as healthy as they can be, all things considered. This is a good example here. See all this dirt and grime? You know, this is what happens if you let this stuff sit on a patio and you don't keep your patio blown off, for example's sake. Or if your kids do all this digging and get dirt on it too. Check out this fish rock. Isn't this cool? We found these down in southern Ohio in a creek. Isn't that awesome? I found 2 of these like this. I call it fish rock. I don't know what on earth it is. Isn't that amazing? So weird. But so we knew that. So without sacrificing the health of the trees anymore, we already were going to by putting this in. And that's what you have to communicate to clients. Anytime they want, you know, because these things got to be compacted properly, you know, all your pavers and subsoils and base and all that stuff, that's going to be really hard on the trees, if not totally killing the trees. And cat has a mouse or something over here. I don't even know what's going on. But so again, we sacrificed some of the finish of the patio. You can see how this root's humping this paver here. That's okay. I can pull this paver out, shave it down, stick it back in there, even mortar it in place, all temporary. I don't care. The sand in this thing is held up awesome. This was an SEK product, and it is just amazing rock hard. It has been just wonderful. I don't know if there's something in these oak trees. We've had this stuff also not perform awesome. It is what it is on some jobs, and it seems to Penny the kitty doing Penny stuff. Oh, you got a cicada shell. Okay, goofball. Penny, why are you eating a cicada shell? It's not even live. Silly goose. I didn't mean to run you off your toy. And another thing too, anytime you're doing pavers in shade like this, you're gonna get some of that green growth that you're seeing in here. So anytime pavers or any surface really are in the shade like this, you're gonna see that. So we'll bring that around. So again, humping there, you know, that kind of stuff. We shed all our water going out and away from the house, just like you always should. Again, another hump in the pavers from that. This area through here, again, another thing I love about my design in this project is I kind of made this, we could have brought this up somewhat, but actually we couldn't have, because we would have buried the tree root zone even more, and that's not good. The tree roots are used to being at a certain level, so you cannot just randomly bury the tree roots more than, you know, 3 inches at a time. You're going to affect them negatively. But so this area is slightly recessed, so it's down 6 inches, comes through here, it's a step up 6 inches. Again, 8 feet wide, super accommodating, and just super comfortable. The windows, oh my gosh, so tacky. Anyhow, that's entrepreneur life, right? Just everywhere gets your attention but your own place. Isn't that awful? So that's one thing I love about this. Now, one thing I don't love is this area through here, we went really shallow on our drainage, so it's only about 1% slope, so about a 1/8 inch of fall per foot, and so it drains very, very slowly. So then when you combine that with the trees and then the shade and the shadow of our grill island there, this drains really slow and gets kind of green and yucky. So we've got to go through and do some maintenance on this about every year, come through and do a good cleaning in here, because it just drains very, very slowly. There's my timer reminding me to shoot this video. Thank you. Now, you know, we aim at a 1.5% of slope, or you know, even 2% in some areas where we feel like it needs to drain a little quicker. But the big thing is we just communicate with our clients that you know, under trees or even on the north side of houses and stuff like that, you're gonna have, you know, this green growth you're gonna battle. So we recommend, you know, some of the sealers have antifungal agents to them. I'm not convinced those work that great. But then the product's called Wet and Forget, stuff like that, really great for combating that. Other than that, just other various backyard projects here. Going into the back of the house, again, big wide staircase, but this is all temporary because I was going to make this permanent someday, but again, slab stuff set in there, done deal. We moved this door, that was the main door. To consolidate and fix the living room layout, we moved the door over here, so we've got a big couch in here and all that stuff now. So that worked out real well. We did put in some conduit in the side there, so that conduit runs all the way around, so we can run lighting and wiring and all that stuff as we need to. Works out real good. The grill island, I love this thing. It's way due for a new grill. It's just that we just buy them and set them in there, so that works out pretty cool. Again, that green stuff, need to treat it, need to clean it up, looks really bad. I did these custom concrete countertops myself. The year we did it was a lot of fun. Learned a lot about when we did that. They're about 1 3/4 inches thick, and we set those with, I think, 6 guys total, and that was a lot of fun. This is sitting on a concrete footing, and we will build these on non-concrete traditional base, but you got to really be sure of that. So this is a great area. I love this a lot. It's fun to hang out here. One fail here, and we're really pushing the limits on this, and when you do that on your own patio, I guess it's okay. And tell me you got kids, right? Without telling me. One of the things we did here, oh no, look at that. Oh boy, so that's where weeds are gonna grow, right? When you've got, especially, you got a failure in your failure in your pavers. And right here's a great example of this edge right here from running mowers over it, which you know Brittany is good at. And then also, I didn't, again, speed in my own installs, we didn't miter or cut these pavers down to fit this turn better. And so what you do is you get a weaker edge that way. So that's a failure on my part. And so this edge rolled a little bit there. And someday I'll take us apart, ha ha ha. And we'll miter these down, get it bolstered back up, concrete edge it, all that. Now this, we did use plastic edging on this, and it's never heaved. Isn't that funny? Some projects we'll put that stuff in and it heaves like immediately. Isn't that frustrating? And there's edging in there somewhere at least. Okay, yeah, there it is, way down there. And there it is. But we've never had the edging heave here, which is really frustrating because I don't know why. We have other jobs where this stuff heaves constantly. It drives me bonkers. I don't know what that's about. So, but that's why we moved over to using concrete edge restraint, and we never deal with that heaving. But for some reason, this is one of the properties, like many of ours, that we've never had any problems with concrete edging or with plastic edging heaving. You know, every winter, right, it bucks out of the ground. I have some properties never ever does it. I have some properties bucks out every year. It's really frustrating. And so we've moved to concrete edging for years and years and years now. Levi out there feeding the horse apples off the tree. Okay, so a few things to recap. Lots of room out here. Lots of big openness to the backyard. This is a great transitional zone. I love this aspect a ton. Just lots of room behind our chairs. So just always designing in, when budget allows, lots and lots of room on patios. This little space here is super cool, and we really love. It's one of my favorite places to be after work. It's really cool. This bed right here is a little large. Maybe could have stood to be shrunk down a little bit just to facilitate egress out into the yard area there. But here nor there at the moment. Naked lady flowers, one of my grandpa's favorite ladies is a naked one, I guess. One of his favorite flowers was naked ladies, and reason it's called naked lady, there's no leaves or nothing. That's it. So I guess just that stem, you know, collects or produces photosynthesis, and that's it. Pretty dry right now here in August, so the daylilies look terrible. When this is full in the fall, and I'm an old man and I feed the birds, you know, whatever. All that. So that's a video here on a few of the home patio here at Rancho Amano. Some of the fails in design and some of the wins in design. Lots of space, lots of room, wide steps, wide entry points, a low fire pit, by the way. I like doing low fire pits. This thing again is in pretty bad disrepair, but we like having those fire pits real low. This again is 10 inches in height, 4, 8, you know, 2 maybe 9. But what we want is when you're sitting on sitting in that chair, if this thing's really tall, it's a chimney now, right? And so the fires down in there is not exactly visible by sitting. So we like doing our fire pits really low, and we also like them inset and recessed into the patio instead of sitting right on top of the patio. We've done it before sitting around on the patio. It's not my favorite thing. I really like that. So that being said, hey Levi, man, you just feed the horse some apples? She probably liked that, didn't she?
Like 5.
5 apples? Okay, that's probably not too bad for her.
Like wheels.
Yeah, Levi, do you like this fire pit and this patio?
Yeah.
Yeah, cool, awesome, dude. All right, can you say hi to everybody?
Hi.
Okay. All right, folks. So from Rancho Amano here, that is the home patio tour. So I hope that's helpful. We'll catch you on the next one.